Here's the one. I dehorned him today. Just about 2 hours ago. You'd never even know it. He walked right in the chute for me there. Nice. And we got him dehorned. Lickety split. So that's all. Didn't even hardly bleed. Lining him up for the hay grinder. He'll come along and pull right in between here, like this. He'll be pointing that way, and the hay will come out in the back. And on this pile. The hay grinder, he'll drive in here like this. We got some on both sides. And he'll pull in here like this. You want to touch a bale? Okay. Come here. We'll get real close. Touch the bale. Hurry up. Touch it. How do you like it? Is that fun? Alright, yeah. Get in so you don't fall out. Yeah, let's throw that out. We don't want that in the pickup. Okay?
Yeah.
Throw it out.
No.
Yes.
No.
Throw it out.
I can do it.
Okay, you do it. All right. Yeah, there you go.
I got some hay on my mitten.
You got hay on your mitten. Alright, so that's how we do that. Probably grind around 30 or 35. So, see you later. Here's a close-up of my little wire winder. Of course, I got the post driver on there now hanging, but it's just a rod, and then I bent it on the end for easy. That's how I take it apart. When it's full, I just pull that rod out, and that's what I hang on to. So you got a bolt going through the rod, which spin everything. And over here on the orbit motor side, I got this cobbled up adapter, which turns everything. I got this one this is just a couple disc blades with a disc spool in the middle. That's all it is for electric wire. And then of course I got one that I made, kind of a cone that comes apart for barbed wire. That's all that is. It's on the wheels are that's an old corn crusher or something. Hammer mill. Something. And here's this is the joke that I built. The thing didn't hold up very good. It's pretty big, but it's just the wrong type of material. It's just the final drive there. Bolted onto some little frame I built there. There's an orbit motor off of a 200 series beanhead, maybe. That's all that is. Got a little coupler there to hook it onto the input shaft of the final drive. In theory, it works excellent. In reality, it's got a slight wobble. I'm just freshening up the mothballs on this old 4400. I throw a few in the cab on the floor, and up in them, up in the vents, and then of course I'll take the filter out the back here and throw a couple 3-4 up in the cab area where the air conditioner is and all that. Seems to be the worst spots. I throw some here in the engine compartment just to keep them away. There's one down there. Seems like mice, they chew on everything, and next thing you know, something doesn't work. Our other combine, they chewed down the radiator overflow hose going into the overflow tank. So when the combine would warm up, all the coolant would leak out of that overflow hose. Never make it to the tank. I'll throw a few in the green tank just for the fun of it. And of course that combine I'll do the same too. Throw them all over. I'd rather smell this than mice. Can't stand mouse smell. Get everything packed in here like sardines. And I try to get out of here without breaking my neck. But I threw some up under here in the chaffer area, and some up in the engine area, in the fan, and a couple in the cab. Seems like they get everywhere and cause trouble, so hopefully that'll fix it. Had my wagon load of corn there. Sprayer is awaiting warmer days. You tell me what to do on this tractor here. The muffler, the top of the muffler is rusted off. Muffler is fine, but the top of it is rusted off. I'd like to have a rain cap on there. I can't get the hood off. Work under here to even try to chisel off the muffler, or to even chisel it off or cut it off or anything, because I go to lift the hood up while it hits the cab. Well, all you gotta do is slide the hood forward and you would clear the cab. The problem is I got this muffler in the way. So I thought, well, maybe I just cut that off, grind that off smooth, and just find myself a piece of pipe and just weld it on there while it's still attached, and then put a rain cap on it. Or, I don't know, the other thing would be to maybe cut it off here with just a Sawzall, and then you're committed to buying a new muffler. But there's nothing wrong with the muffler. I kind of want to save the muffler. Cut the clamp off. Clamps. There's the clamp in there. So, any suggestions on that? Let me know. Here's a dozer blade I built for the front end of the loader. Started life out as a welding from
front mount dozer blade for like a 40-20, 40-430, something along those lines. It was an 8-foot, and I added the mesh on the top, and then the foot extensions on the side. Actually, I had those built for it. The weldeds, they had along that pipe there that made a big loop around the back here. Of course, made a big U shape back here. They were connected. Now that's gone. I cut all that off. The rest of this piece and this piece, that was part of the dozer. They run straight back, to mount onto your frame. So I cut them off and positioned them there so I could get these loader mounts. Had a place to bolt the loader mounts, brackets or whatever you call them. You get either the ones that you bolt on or the ones that you weld on, and I chose for ones that you bolt on in case I ever wanted to take them off and build another attachment. I could, instead of having to go buy those things again, because those aren't that cheap. So I use that for silage. You probably use it for snow if you knew what your obstacles were underneath. I'm afraid to use it with, you hit something too hard with it. That's a good way to break your loader in half. So I kind of just use it for silage, and that's about it. It's a lot better than a bucket out front. You don't have to dump. You just push it straight. So it worked out good. The first year I used it, it was just the blade, and I added the extra on, and that seems to be big enough for that tractor now. So that's all. This is what I used before. I had that other loader tractor. I just packed silage with 40-20 and just hook that onto the front of the farmhand and push with that. Just planks on that's an old hay sweep. Disregard the grapple fork that it's leaning up against. But that's all that is. It worked. It was better than a 5-foot bucket. Ripped off a corn crib. Old front mount 2-row. 3-bottom plow. And we got the 40-20 with the old farmhand loader on it. The old F11. What a terrible picture this is taken. The hood's all bashed in. That comes from a grapple fork slamming into the front end of it. I think this is a 65 model. It's the power shift and dual hydraulics. I don't know. That's about all there is for 40-20. This one's a little different. She's got a little problem here, right behind the starter. See these bolts here? At one point in time, there was a rod that come out the side of that. Made a nice big hole in the side of this motor. And we were going down the road when it happened. We had the bean bar on this thing. You know, bean bars, you bolt it on the front, had a, 30-gallon tank and 4 seats on the front, and everybody had their own wand, spray wand, and you go out in the bean field and spray weeds in the beans. I here we got up to the top of the hill and boom, she let loose. And she sat up there a couple days. Well, I don't know how long she sat up there, maybe an afternoon. Doesn't matter. But that was the remedy for the rod out the side of the block. Get yourself a piece of plate, drill some holes, silicone it shut, good to go. And I bet that's probably been 25, 30 years ago already. So, still runs. It don't even leak. So, that's just a little something different.